Okay.
And welcome to the Hall Prison Universe. I'm King HP, also known as Father, and Mr. Sippable. And we have Dora, not the Explorer, in the building.
Hey,
Uh,
everybody.
yes, this is episode 6. Right there, you can see the backdrop. You already know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, I'm excited for this. However, this was a big week.
It
A
was a
big week.
big week. It was a giant week. It was a good week.
Can you talk to everybody about your experience this week, Dora? I just feel like that was such uh, an amazing week that you have had. And once you get to the culmination, just tell me to hit it, and I'll pop certain things on screen.
Okay. Okay. So we'll start with I was sitting here, last week we talked about how I was going to take my train trip. And I said I was going to meet Harold Perrineau and Morris Chestnut no matter what. Well, I got the train ticket and I went to Dallas and I met Harold and Morris Chestnut. They smelled amazing. Um, their skin was immaculate. None of it, there wasn't a bad skin, not mine, not theirs. We were looking good. I did speak to Harold and we hugged twice. The first time I hugged him, he was just like, thank you. And I was like, no, thank you. Oh my gosh. Cause the line, guys, was literally so long. If you guys go to these bottle signings when they're announcing the dates, get there early, because the bottle signing I went to, the one of the cashiers that I checked out with, they said people got there at 3:30 and the event didn't start till 5. And I got there at 5, I would say 5:30ish, and I was already at the end because basically the building was they put the line like wrapped around, so when you came in you didn't even know there was a line because it was like wrapped around the side of the building. So I ended up all the way in the back, and then even with that hour, within that hour, the line was even longer by the time I got up. But he did say thank you to everyone who watches from. He said that we're all amazing and that the writers, producers, everybody, they do notice everything that we do and they feel so like just happy about us doing this for them. Anyone that watches it, that talks about it, they notice. Even if you think they're not, they're noticing, guys. They're noticing. He told me. He was like, yes.
You
And
could be in
then
the chat tonight.
I did call Jerry, on the phone, and he may or not have recorded it, but there was audio issues.
Well, what's
So
audio issues?
there was some audio issues. So we unfortunately don't have a clip of him talking to them, but it was super chill. They definitely were like, they remember Jerry. They're like, oh yeah, from the Orlando Bottom signing. And we are like, yeah, that's us. This is us. So yeah, and then when we were done with pictures, you can show them the picture. Show them the picture of me and my friends. These are my new besties, guys. Yes, see,
Please.
we were all look fit. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I almost wore the same color as Morris without knowing. I was in maroon, he was in purple, but that's okay. But right before I left, Harold did make me come in and give him another hug. He was like, hug me, please. We were kept just holding hands. You know how you meet someone and you're like, oh my gosh, like you're just happy to be in their presence? That was me. I was just happy to be in his presence. So yeah, so then that's pretty much my adventure. It was a good little 4-hour train ride, but it was worth it because I did get to meet the guys.
Now hold
Um,
on. Didn't somebody show you some love too?
yes, and then of course, unexpectedly, because I thought maybe the Sable page would share, because they were sharing. I don't know if you guys have seen this. The when they go to these signings, they usually just post on their story when people were posting them. But guess what? I ended up on Harold's story instead of the Sable story. And
Harold Perrineau himself.
it
The
was
great himself.
crazy, guys. I was like, oh my gosh, he noticed me. We're best friends now. He doesn't even know that's one of my celebrity besties now. but yeah, like I said, he just thanked me and was like, thank you to everyone that does watch from. That you know, even if you just watch clips online, just anything, he said they're just happy that they were able to do another season, and the producers, the writers, everybody does notice everything that we kind of do for them. Not just us, just y'all too. Anybody that's in the family uses the hashtag, they notice. He said it. He's like, we notice everybody. Anyone that says it, we like and retweet everything we can because we do appreciate it. So yeah,
That's
this is me on Harold's page being cool. I felt so cool that day. Just an exciting day. Just good. Just good. That's all I can say. I will say
I'm not even.
other people in line were like, who is that girl? How does he know? Because he was like literally telling me to hug him. Like he wasn't like every other people were like, oh, can I hug you? And he was like, no, I want to hug you. So he was like that. And then I really felt bad because at the end I was like, oh no, I didn't even say too much to Morris Chestnut. And I was like, oh my gosh, I need to hug you too. So I gave him a hug too, you know. Everyone's like wants to be his lover, Morris, but you know they're taking men, everybody, okay? They're happily married men.
I might have 40 seconds. The audio could be, not there, but this is what friends do. Hook me up. All I got told
Yes.
was if I FaceTime you, answer it. Right?
Answer is what I said.
Answer.
And this is what we
I
did.
had just got home from work. I had just poured me a nice bottle of, and look who pops up. That's a crazy call to get on a Tuesday afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, and
And look
I
how
just
happy they were to see you. It was so nice that they were actually like,
she's
yeah.
yeah, it was definitely. I definitely have to thank you very much for that. Um, yeah, it was insane. Two incredibly incredibly talented gentlemen. Um, and
Do
I'm
you have
happy
one
you
more
got to
picture?
meet him.
Did
What
you load
happened?
the other picture? Do you have one more picture?
I don't think I did one more picture. Did I
You
do
didn't
one
do
more?
the picture? Well, anyways, guys, you know I don't drink, but I bought 4 bottles.
Oh, I didn't do those. Golly.
Okay, so this thing is like the line was taking so long and there was so many people, they were worried because it was only from 5 to 7, right? So me being me, I was doing my best to stay polite. So when I got up there, the lady's like, oh, how many bottles? Because the lady would take your camera and take the picture for you. So when I got up there, I was like, I need 4 bottles. And she was like, I don't think we do 4. I said, okay, can we do 3? She was like, okay. So then that's when I walked up and I was like, hey, and Harold like took a second, but he was like, oh, hey. And he like knew who I was. And then I told him like, oh, well, he was like, how many bottles are we signing? I was like 3, but I really needed 4. And he was like, give her whatever she wants. Cause the lady was like, we can only do 3. What do you want to do? And he was like, just give her whatever she wants. So I wanted 4 and I got 4, guys. And 2 were obviously for Jerry. Cause I wasn't gonna be, I don't drink the way you waved it. That's me. I wasn't gonna be stingy because I don't drink anyway, but I did want to always have like a bottle for myself that I like proof that I have these men signed like something for me. So
Yeah, I
yeah,
didn't do 4.
that's what I did. It's okay.
Oh,
Don't worry, guys. I posted it on my page. If you want to just go to my page, I posted the picture of me and Harold and Morris, and then I did post a picture of all 4 of the bottles signed. And
it's about to
they
be there.
are beautiful, is all I have to say.
I'm about to have it right now.
Yes.
We're about to put it. I'm about to put it up here in about 30 seconds. But I definitely wanted to be like, man, I'm very happy because we ended 2024. I got to see them. That was awesome. And now starting 2025, D has gotten to meet them. And what an awesome experience. And here we have the overlay of these beautiful bottles. Make sure you tap in. Make sure you get yourself a bottle of Sable. If you read the bottom, subscribe, like, and comment for a chance to win an autographed bottle. You see them there on screen. They are a thing of beauty. They are great. The
They are
bottle is great.
gorgeous.
You will get one of these autographed by Harold Perrineau and Morris Chestnut. I mean, And then I got the regular bottles that I don't even open. These are not autographed. These are just regulars. But whoo! Now, moving on to From. After all that, it was a lot, but it was
I
very
know,
much.
guys. I know. I'm sorry we came at you with a lot. It was just exciting. We've had an exciting week here. So.
Yes, very much so. Doing big things. 2025 with a bang. Starts off with a bang. We do have episode 6, which is called what? Book 74.
Yes.
And so, you ready to kick this thing off and start this?
Yes, I am. Okay.
Awesome. All right, so we're at the 6-second mark. You hear that roaring lion. Otaku, you know your name is so far like in every one. Every time you go live.
It's at the top. You've been here since day one, friend. Day one.
So Kenny, this is recapping. You know, Kenny, remember Kenny lost his dad. We found that out because Sarah left that door open.
I wish you had the luxury of grief.
The conversation between Father Khatri, and we have some more big news at the end of the pod. So stay tuned. There was some stuff I was supposed to drop. Busy week, wasn't able to get to it, but we got to some of it, and you'll see the first see a little roster. Boy's looking for a sign. He's talking to his wife. That's a thing. Are we going to see the sign this episode?
You just can't see it yet.
I need something to write. Just every question.
Insane that Jim is knowing the puzzle before anything. And so we also need to know what happened with Sarah. She just took her brother out.
She just why? You don't have to say it like that, friend. It was an accident.
But that's what happened. She unalived him.
It was a bit of a slasher film. Oh, can I add
Where is she? She ran off into the woods. She comes back before dark. Go ahead.
How do you feel as the father for Jim, right? Someone tried to kill your son.
I feel like Jim didn't put, with all the effort he was putting into being angry with everybody, he didn't put enough effort into this for me. I feel like they did forgive Sarah too fast. But, you know, how can you stay mad at such a beautiful, amazing, like, smart murderer like her? You can only stay so mad at them for so long, you know?
Nah, they got to go. Look, they're having a ceremony for her brother.
Dang, she ain't even there. She probably, do you think they didn't even let her go to the funeral?
No, she took off. No. You killed him. No, we're not.
She's watching from the
not doing that.
She's
you
watching
killed him.
Red.
You took this man out.
What is, now, you know, it was an accident. I don't like the way you're talking about my girl.
You were trying to take out a kid, and you took your brother out by accident. You are very passive. It's not even passive aggressive. You're like passive. Me, these things cannot be overlooked.
Confused.
And this is
there anything in that folder that she's looking at?
Through the chaos.
Now that I'm thinking about it, because just the drawings the little girl had, right? When they're packing up the other family.
Yes. Now they just also peeked at those graves that Victor had dug. Let me get my notepad. I want to start taking notes from now on during these shows.
Our faith that we are each here in this world, in this place.
Do you think Sarah left those flowers?
What?
Do you think Sarah left the flowers that were on the little thing?
Mm-mm.
Why not? You think it was the monsters? Oh, wait, no. Oh, I just remembered what the flowers are. Never mind. Don't talk to me, guys. I just remembered what the flowers were. So, never mind.
Not unto thine own understanding.
This is crazy how much. Remember, Father Khatri has no Bible. There's no Bibles in Fromville, right? I bought seasons 1 and 2 of From on Vudu yesterday, and now just waiting for season 3 to be available for purchase. Awesome. That's another great way to support. I didn't know they had it on Vudu. So if you have that TV with that app, go ahead and make that purchase. purchase from. All this stuff just lets the creators and the companies, MGM Plus and all that stuff, know that, hey, there is a backing, there is a fan base here. Give us more. We want it. We have to support.
How's Ethan doing?
Well, he's
So we got the conversation between Tabitha and Father Kachi right now.
I'm confused.
How do you feel as the mother? Your son was almost killed. And that is crazy.
Has anyone seen her?
Not since you ran off into the woods. I ran after her, but my knees aren't quite what they used to be.
Let's put this on D&D.
Mm-hmm.
I apologize.
Do you apologize?
See? Yes, word for word. He writes from memory, word for word.
That's a stick.
That's the only form of Bible they have. Whatever he remembers.
What did you really come to that?
So that's an interesting point. No Bible.
This is weird. I mean, it sounds crazy, but are we dead?
Oh my gosh, Otaku, why didn't you tell me? I would have sent you my Amazon sign-in stuff. Don't.
For argument's sake, let's say
Oh,
we're dead.
you try and get your money back, friend. I'll send you my Amazon stuff tonight, so you don't have to watch like that, or you can watch all these other amazing stuff on
We'd
Amazon.
still be
No, we gotta support.
Well, I mean, he bought it on Voodoo, but still, he shouldn't have to buy it when it's free on Amazon. Like,
I'm guessing I'm not the first person to come to you with that question.
Well, let's just say I've had plenty of chances stored on my hands. But if it's any consolation to you, you were already here when your vehicle crashed. You're alive, Tabitha. Your family's alive.
priests always want to say
That's
you're
the first
alive.
question on the list.
Oh, that's smart, actually, Otaku, because you never know when they'll take it away from you.
You don't want to lose your From access.
I wish they would push to have like DVDs of From. I would buy the seasons. I would buy DVDs. I still have a DVD.
You have a way to play them?
Yeah, I have
I
a DVD
don't.
player. And
Okay.
um,
That's fire.
my computer is like so old that it has a little disc reader, so I would be able to watch it on my computer even. That's why I've been trying to keep this baby going. Ooh, what's Father Kachi going into the basement for? I remember this episode is where my initial frustration started.
Why?
Because this is the start of all the secrets, friend.
Okay.
Of it getting out there.
Damn, look who's in the basement.
I guess who's in the basement. My girl Sarah. Oh.
Levi Barnes, what up? See you in the chat. Salute. This is all the intro?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
That's insane. Imagine they've been holding secrets for years, months.
Are we skipping intro? You want to skip the intro? We use 10 minutes to kind of.
We can just let it go.
All right, I'm pressing it now. My father, what would I be? This is the song that in the apocalypse, in the day that you know this is your last day on earth, you play this song. Here's what he said to me. Okay, sir. I don't know. I love the song. I just skipped it. I just pressed skip. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Go ahead and share the chat. Remember, we are doing a giveaway for a signed bottle of Sable. This is the brand from Morris Chestnut, Harold Lee, Tate Diggs, Harold Perrineau. Signed by Morris Chestnut and Harold Perrineau, a.k.a. Sheriff Boyd. And this is our two sheriffs.
I'm having a hard time.
Dang. He just had to fill a grave up. They filling up graves every day now.
They went 96 days, and now they're just like
It's hard.
Bodies.
daughter she never had.
Think about what you said the other day.
Make sure you get your water.
Running out of room on the board. Doesn't mean you're wrong. Something's changing here. It's like something's slipping away.
Like something slipping away.
The other night, the talisman worked out in the RV. Same way it does in the houses. And I'm thinking that the only reason we haven't pushed further into the forest is we didn't know whether the talisman would protect us out there the same way it does in the town. So,
Boyd looks to push into the forest.
Take the talisman and drop the
Kenny's
forest.
tired of watching his family members die. I get it. Stop trying to kill yourself.
Kenny, what? Hey, you don't walk away when I'm talking to you.
Are you going along?
Yeah,
And how far are you going?
as far as it'll take me. I'm doing this to find a way out. Find a way home, isn't that the point? So we all get home?
Honestly, I'm not sure there is a plan. But
Kenny.
if you're in that much of a hurry to fucking die, you should just go and do it.
Kenny's not playing, y'all. Kenny just lost his dad. So if you wonder why, Boyd is like a father figure to him.
He's tired of losing family members.
It's ready to go to storage.
So the talisman worked in the RV.
What are you up to?
This is where his roller coaster engineer knowledge comes in handy.
There's no wire in here. The cord. When you want to splice a wire, you got to strip away the coating to get at the wire inside, but there's no wire. It's not actually a wire.
That's insane that he figured that out. No one else had? So
The outlets.
Like no one else investigates.
no one else investigated. And here comes Jade, y'all. Looking like Kramer.
I need your help.
All sporadic and done.
My shoes too. You noticed the wire thing too, huh? Fucking weird, right?
You're that asshole that almost killed us.
My best friend.
You look at Jade. We all lost somebody, lady. Y'all ain't lost shit yet.
Now,
They almost did. They almost lost Ethan.
Almost isn't the same as lost friend. You know what I mean?
I agree. So
There's not a single copy of the Bible in town. And in our little traveler's library in the diner, there's at least a dozen. Robert Ludlum and
That's crazy. They have so many like children's books, but they don't have like a really adult books. Because Judy Blume is like a, I would say a young adult.
do you think that was a clue for them? And they just never picked up on it? There was no children's. There's all these children's books. Where are all the children?
Yeah, I think maybe we all missed that even. Because why Judy Blume? Like what?
by the rules of the town, you should.
Why are these adults reading Judy Blume novels?
And no Bibles. Even hotels you go to, not in 2025, but typically a hotel would have a Bible. They have a church there, a church
For every room.
Bible. Your Father Katu looking like a real creep right now. He's looking real Diddy-ish. I don't know what's going on. You got this
Don't
girl
say
tied up.
Diddy-ish. He's trying to protect people.
What if I were to tell you that despite the horrible things you've done,
All right, so Jim noticed the wires, as did Jade.
they can like
Not a single Bible. Do you think you can't come there if you have a Bible in your car? Like they won't select you?
I think they will, but they'll get rid of it probably at night when you're like in the house or hiding wherever you're at.
Oh. Well, seems you have a phantom florist running around. Come on. It's one. Come on.
Motherfucker! Come on! People are ding-dongs. They strip a car, they leave behind the only parts that actually matter.
not all ding dongs. Battery's gone.
Huh?
Said the battery is gone.
I wonder who is actually smarter. I don't think Jim is dumb. I just think he makes bad points on moves. And I think that
he definitely acts more off of emotion than Jade does. Jade's very here and calm and about the way he's making the decisions. He's very sure of himself, while Jim's just like manic about everything that he does, basically.
If you're just tapping in, we're at the 16-minute mark, basically, of episode 6. Don't forget these beautiful bottles of Sable signed by Harold Perrineau, and Morris Chestnut.
That was good.
No, I tried to even catch it, and it turned into Mark.
That's okay.
Now this is insane. We finally meet Kenny's mom. I mean, I think we met her already, but
we hadn't talked to her fully yet.
I hadn't talked to her. And remember, her husband has passed, right? On the strength of Sarah, who worked for her. And she took her in. She loved her like a daughter. It's got to be a painful feeling. Y'all see this. Y'all remember what this was. Season 3 people.
Where should I?
She just walked off, left her.
Look at all this stuff.
Insane. Absolutely insane.
Hey, don't touch anything.
Why?
Because this.
What color is that boy wearing? Yellow.
Yellow and light blue.
Oh. It's like
Like I said, you know what team I've been on and how I
Like
feel
the
about
Cavern of the Lonely
My
Dragon.
uncle was lost in the rainbow sky. He found a cavern with a lonely dragon. And it was full of stuff that nobody wanted. But for the lonely dragon, all the stuff is treasure. And guess what? What? In one of the big piles of stuff, there was the map of the rainbow sky.
Ethan is dropping tons of knowledge. And I think that is the point here. Ethan might be in a time loop.
Yes, I understand what you're saying. Yeah, that would make sense.
Ethan might be in a time loop, y'all. So we might have seen an adult version. I don't want to get super C and look what she just finds.
Yeah. What's wrong?
The bracelet.
The bracelet.
This is it. This one right here.
Insane.
It's not nearly tall enough.
Oh, it's not nearly tall enough.
It's crazy how tech savvy
Listen, we can deal with that, okay?
Jade is, but also like he's good at everything else that he tries or does. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
I guess that means one of us built a multi-million-dollar software company and the other does what? Safety tests on the teacup, right?
Dog.
So,
No, babe, come back, sister, bro, brother, bro.
people tell me I'm not great when it comes to talking to people. You have no idea what it's like being smarter than everyone you know. Okay. But the truth is, needs your help. Yeah, you could. Listen to me. Has to go up high.
So right now they want to put the antenna in the tree, right?
And Jade can climb because he smashed his head on that rock, if we all remember. He did not even a light tap. That was just gunk onto the floor bleeding.
He has worn this shirt for several days, and I feel like...
Listen, you don't like me, all right? That's fine. There's even the slightest chance this could work.
You know what? Jade has, not Jade, Jim has more outfits than I thought he had. Maybe I just hated him for so long I didn't notice.
Well, remember, they were going to RV. They had a trailer. They were packed.
Yeah.
They didn't go to Colony House, so they don't have to share everything. Adam Powers, what up? We see you in the chat on Facebook. Shout out to our Facebook family. Salute. Salute. Boyd is back at the
Clinic. Looking for Christy Wisty.
Ramus Cahey, what up? What up? What up? See you in the chat. Salute, brother. Salute. Jesus B001. Also, salute to you, brother. We see you in the chat as well.
Oh, he's from my Instagram. Is he here finally?
Yeah, he just tapped in. You
Yay,
know, he be
love
talking
him.
too.
I know.
He
Twist said we love him here.
If y'all don't watch From, this is a great point to pick up. Go ahead and get the first couple episodes. We are on episode 6 of season 1. We decided to go back. And if you don't know, this is signed by Morris Chestnut and Harold Perrineau. Harold Perrineau is the lead star of From. We're giving this away. Subscribe, like, leave a comment.
Big bottle door over here with 4. I got 4.
There you go.
I don't even drink and I got 4.
I didn't see you upstairs. I know you and Kenny are close. I was just
Now, this is where Boyd's talking to Chrissy. He's gone back to the medical facility.
Well, I mean, I think
And Boyd's trying to understand. And Boyd is so tunnel vision.
I think he's trying really hard to be this person that he thinks people need him to be.
Boyd has a hard time seeing other people and where they're at. Because if he can't see what's going on with Kenny, he just lost his dad. And now Boyd, who figured out about the talismans, right? About we never went to the forest because we didn't think the talisman could hold up. But when we were in the RV, the talisman held up. So we should be able to go further. We should push.
Get him ready to take your place in case something ever.
That's insane.
And Boyd's a little stressed because now that I'm thinking about it, Boyd only has this one little patch of gray right here. He hasn't started growing all the gray that he has now.
Let me tell you something.
Uh-huh.
Your man's got mad wisdom. You know what I mean?
No.
Yo, I'll be an extra on From. I'll do it for free. Tap in.
Do you think you'll ever dye your facial hair or you're okay with it? Like you're secure?
That's a good question. I will to see it one day because I spent all my adult life having to shave, being required to shave.
Oh, yeah, because you were then, yeah.
So I never got to see a full beard black. So people are like, you're just trying to be. No, I would like to see something I never got.
You're like, no, I've never been hairy before.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So now, yeah. So I would do it. But just the once, because I like the salt and pepper. Let that be my, like I said, that's my wisdoms. What are we talking about? Like I've earned every hair here. I mean, I'm not gonna toot my own horn. I'm not gonna Barry Horowitz myself and give myself that pat on the back. But I'm something like I don't even have a license. I have a passport. You know why? Because I'm a fly dude. It's just the way it is.
Oh my gosh, I have 2 gray hairs and that's it in my hair. And that's it. I want more. Everyone's a silver fox in my family.
Don't be speeding up your time.
Brother.
Now look at this creep talking to this
killer. This is like the only scene I've ever felt like he was creepy in. Polykatri was creepy in this episode.
Polykatri, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, human emotions, you got this down here, you're talking to her, you giving her water, you got her tied up, just untie her. She already know if you go out, you're dead. I'm gonna untie you. You already know. You escape, you dead. And I'm dead too, so don't kill me.
You know what that means? He had a hard time getting her down there, friend. And he's not taking it. Sarah must have been like, he is not doing that
right. You know what? And I wouldn't untie her because, again, if people find out and she's like, well, Father Katri, they're both going in the box.
Oh, that's true.
You know?
Dang, I wonder why they never even thought to do that. Like, you hid her. Why don't you go?
Well, I don't think they have a full. I don't want to go too far ahead. We're on episode 6, but it's going to come to fruition of why it didn't come out later. You know, shout out to y'all in the chat. Leave a comment. Let us know you support. Remember, leaving comments automatically qualifies you to win an autographed bottle of Sable signed by Harold Perrineau and Morris Chestnut. So go ahead, leave an emoji. Fire. Hey, like what y'all doing? Hey, I don't like what y'all doing. What episode y'all on? Just go ahead and leave a comment. Make sure you are subscribed and you like the actual episode. That is what actually creates a raffle ticket for you. So if I have to look through and you're not subscribed and you left all these comments, you are disqualified. So the boy in yellow with mad knowledge. Oh my gosh, man. Watch how the colors. Ethan's one of the only people who wears a bright color. Maybe it's to represent his childhood because he's the only child there. The one child got killed in episode 1, Megan. Mm.
It's so weird now, like watching these episodes again, like how much Tabitha just shrugged off. Like, because why would you shrug off the lights doing that? You know what I mean? Let's go do something else. Like, what?
Remember what her husband explained to her too. So you know there's no power and there's all this stuff.
Echo. Okay, we will need some tools, right?
Great googly moogly, man. Sometimes you got to stay off
It's
Instagram.
like she's always avoiding what's happening.
Found
Yeah.
my tool.
She said, let's go smash this.
Come on, I need you to push. Tell me.
Would you help her push? I mean, right now, oh, yep, I guess he is because
I got a bad shoulder.
you're just tapping in. We're at the 26:33 mark.
This is my tool. Ready?
First it was writing on the walls. Now you busting.
Now you're busting the walls open.
She busting them walls down.
Which, do you think that's significant for her trying to get back to herself in a sense?
No,
No, you don't think so?
not yet. This man out here climbing trees, y'all. We got Jim climbing trees, y'all.
Oh, Jimothy.
No, not really. Just give it a shake. See if you can wiggle it free. That's it. Got it? Yep.
Jim is up there high too, y'all.
You know Jim works on roller coasters.
Okay. How you doing up there?
No fear of heights. Oh! What is this blood coming on this man's hand?
Oh, Jesus.
The soldiers. Which they better touch more on all this season 4, because I'm tired of seeing all this stuff with really no explanation or little to no.
I think I know the explanation.
Oh yeah, this is where
in
we
the
thought.
tree.
Mhm.
Oh! Better slide. Hey,
Him and his little Sperry's trying
Man
to
is out.
escape. That
He
does
left
look
Jim in a
like it.
tree.
I bet you that has to be who we think it is in the past.
you know what's crazy? Those bullets are knocking bark off. So who is?
That's what makes it so weird. Because, like, is he feeling the stabbings? Because you're not
It
getting
makes
shot.
sense
And
now.
there is, like,
I don't want to go too far ahead. Season 3 people, tap in. Know what you know about season 3. You can put it in there. I'm not gonna go and give it away, but you think about this: multiple. This has to be one of those times where his ending came to be. He's just reliving.
mhm.
He don't know it because he's now in a place where he's been for the first time in this body.
Again.
In this,
Mhm.
yeah, right, again. And that's why he can have these experiences like what we see from the other person in Future Episode where she touches people and she starts to see things. They're reliving certain moments and memories. That's a memory he had. And that's a very early on. That's that's Civil War.
They told me
Things that you couldn't know. Now, Father Khatri is wondering, why would you believe the spirits, these things?
And to stand out near the edge of town, and I would see. They said it happened before. That 2 cars came on the same day, and everyone died. They said it was because of the people in the cars, but if I did what they said we'd be safe. We'd get to go home.
Now, that's interesting.
How would we get to go home?
I don't know.
Do you still believe that they were telling the truth?
They promised.
Do you think they've been slowly letting monsters out over the 12 years? You know what I mean? Like there has been successful attempts by the demons to get someone to do something, so it releases a different person every time.
It's real.
You think what?
Communicating with you, then that means you're connected.
Do you
to
think
source.
releases a
That makes you incredible.
person? Like they've had other successful, like Sarah's situations where they were able to kill the person,
To be able to go to Cheryl.
so they were able to release themselves.
Certainty that you
So they release the monster like every year because they've been so many years of this happening.
Sarah,
Do you think they've been successful every time?
And who is the they?
Like the monsters, like they were able to convince someone to do what they wanted them to do so that they could keep it going.
What? What is it? What? See what?
I don't know if they
They were
were
really
successful.
messing with my girl. Sarah. She was suffering.
Show you something.
They wanted to show you something. Here we go. Remember, Father Khatri, I don't even know why he kept her like this, but he decided he saw something in her.
Really, it literally.
See you in the chat. Look, Jim
Maybe it was
walking
his
around
first kidnapping. You gotta go all the way with your first one. He was like, okay, this is my first kidnapping. He was like, okay, I can do this. The Lord would want me to do this.
Oh, he's picking up static. He's picking up static, y'all, which is always a plus.
Is anybody out there? Hello? Is anybody there?
You see, does that drive you? You picked up the static. Does that drive you to say, I need more? Or do you get freaked out? Whew. Do you get freaked out? How do you
You realize I have no idea what you're saying.
This dude done
They're
left Jim in the forest. That's insane. This dude done left Jim in the forest. Jim out here.
Jim chose to stay. Okay, Jim could have taken off too.
Jim was in the tree. That Civil War dude came through, busting shots. Boom. Hey,
yeah, but I mean, what he could have left with Jade when Jade took off.
Yeah, you don't even know what this dude. Out.
Fresh bread.
Fully extended 40-yard dash times Cat Williams. I ran a 40 and a 4. Like he was gone.
40 and a 4.
He was gone. And now Jade is looking through all of Kenny's mom's things.
Mm-hmm.
T Chin. That's her name. Elizabeth Moy, for those that know, you know what I'm saying? Phenomenal actress.
Phenomenal. So do you think the monsters put their memorabilia somewhere? Or do you think it's always Victor that moves around their stuff?
I don't even think it's Victor. I think it is where it landed. And then the people, new groups move stuff. I don't even think the monsters really mess with stuff. Now this dude done found a journal of signs that he sees. Are you creeped out by this? What is your reaction?
They're getting beat up in her mind, drawing and stuff. My poor girl. After she slit her brother's throat accidentally, it was an accident.
I think that with this being said, right now,
What is this?
see, Father Kachi knows something.
Mm-hmm.
They said they watched you on the day you got here.
They watched you from the day you got here. They said they watched you bury the bag. And this is proof that they're real. So here's my question. Boom. They seen him from the day he got here.
Do you know what that means?
Mm-hmm.
They watched you from the day you got here. I'm writing this quote down because the question is, how do they know about things that happened previous? Do they have the ability to see things that happened before people come to the town? They watched you from the day you got here. So if you mention something, fish and loaves or whatever, they can now get that information, right? So I say that because, again,
How does he want to go play catch and ball with his not son and never did this with his real son the whole few months they lived there prior to, the mom's death? I guess has always.
you said what? They play catch and ball.
Yeah, like why is he trying to play catch with him? Like, I get the sense of wanting normalcy, but you didn't even do that with your own son. Like, why? That's why I tell you, like, these son situations
Love
are
and
so
admit
weird
for a
to
grown
me.
man.
I played first base back. Pretty good too. Had a couple of scouts. 18 years old, thinking, man, I might be going to the show. Be the next Willie McCovey. What happened? You know,
What were the other plans?
had other plans.
Mm.
Life always seems to have other plans.
I think that's a very interesting dynamic because, again, he is playing catch up with adopted son, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
See, he's telling him. But his real son, we're going to get into that in the future episodes, why it's such a structure-fracture dynamic. It's not that easy.
I feel like
where they're at.
I feel like all the time he's spending trying to fix things with Kenny, he should have been fixing it with Ellis.
It's not that easy. He's a fractured dynamic. I don't want to get into it because I don't want to say and ruin the future episodes.
Yeah, no, I know.
First time, like viewers from, but it's a fractured dynamic, and it's not like a fracture like you owe me $20. It's not that. It's something very deep, and they're gonna cover it. So why not use Kenny? You're probably gonna die here. They all know that and understand it.
Do you think he's attached to Kenny's because Kenny's lost his dad a certain type of way, and he lost his dad technically to Parkinson's?
I think that's what old girl Chrissy was explaining to him for him to understand. That, remember, he wasn't doing that. He was like, Kenny, don't walk away when I talk to you. He didn't see it like this. Then he talked to Chrissy, and Chrissy was trying to explain to him. He sees you as a father figure. Now he come around trying to play catch.
Catch of all things, like pick a different. They ain't got no footballs there. No one play football. Like, come on. He's like, I'm just trying to whittle this wood boy to come in here with this wisdom. So cute.
Damn, he about to go play with him?
I think it's interesting the ways they take. I don't want to say they stop people from having the memories of the people that die, but how they stop them from continuing doing things for the person that passed. Like, he was whittling the wood because that's what him and his dad would have been trying to do, and instead this guy, a live guy, comes in and is like, hey, let's go play ball. Let's get out of this slump. Let's not remember these people. It's like the town always has a person to take you away from remembering who you lost, in a sense.
Very interesting points.
In the basement.
This boy in the yellow. The boy in yellow. Imagine I said the boy in yellow and the man in yellow. Just imagine that, right?
I love how Jim just comes home to chaos. She just smashed through the walls.
Jim coming home to chaos.
He never had a moment of peace since he walked into, they drove into this town.
Got some static. So
Oh, that's wonderful, right?
They're digging holes in the basement to find where these wires are going. No one thinks that's enough. Like,
It has to come from somewhere, right? The electricity. There's no power lines. And all the wires, all the cords, they just go down, straight down. Yeah.
okay, not dig for a moment.
Yes.
What's going on?
Okay. Do you remember
wife
the
digging
first
holes.
time-
I gotta put that in here. Jim comes home to chaos. Wife digging,
Pure
I
chaos.
looking
From the laces of your father's boots.
Yeah, of course I remember.
for.
Remember you lost it at the hospital the night Julie was born.
Okay.
Turn around, look what's sitting there.
This is the most interesting. Yo, pay attention to this, y'all.
Okay, I still don't get it. You're saying you found a bracelet that's similar to the one you
No, it's not similar. That is the bracelet. Those are the laces from your father's boot.
No, those were generic rawhide laces, the same you'd find on any boot.
No. Look at this. Look at this. This was an accident. I made this. I was so afraid I ruined it, but then when I gave it to you, you said
Accidents are the best.
Accent is the best part.
Well, because it makes it.
And what were they in? An accident.
It's impossible.
Shout out Jedi Music.
everything about this is impossible. It
Salute,
doesn't
brother.
make any sense. Those wires don't make sense. You may not be able to find out how this
Jesus said, but when the lady monster talks to Elgin through pictures, I think this was when they were with Sarah. Talks to Elgin through pictures. I think she either shows a boat in a lake or a photo of Keys. Oh, he said Ellis doesn't like himself being talked to.
Where you see this? I gotta see these comments.
On my Instagram.
I don't see nothing. I just tap back in though.
Dang, how do y'all be doing emojis in the chats? I'm so confused.
Now look at this. This is what Sarah was telling him about. They watch you since you got here.
So they were just trying to make him remember he was an alcoholic and a murderer, perhaps?
Not that, but just to show him, like, we see everything. We know.
You know what?
And
I feel like
Sarah-
that's not
he doesn't
even
join
his
Sarah in.
priest stuff. Do you think he took the clothes of the priest he murdered? Because there's blood all over that priest shirt he's wearing and that he
It
just
is.
dug up.
Now he says later, I ain't gonna go too far into it, that it's warranted based on what's about to happen, and he's about to go in that story. But I don't know. I never thought about that. Did he switch clothes?
Where's yours? First base. I don't need no glove.
First base, I don't need no glove. This man got early Parkinson's.
Damn ball.
You're gonna regret this.
I hear a lot of talking, but I'm not.
Here comes the heat.
Caught it with the other hand.
I think hey, maybe I'll carve us a bet.
Kenny's a noticer, but he doesn't actually do anything about the things
I get back, huh?
he notices. Like, he's so passive aggressive.
Kenny is passive
Because I
aggressive.
know he saw Boyd's hand, like,
But do you comment on
Boyd's
that?
hand was shaky. I mean, I definitely would. Like, how do you?
We know you would.
You were shaking.
You know you would. You would. No
So
stone
little shake there. I would have known by season 1 what was wrong with Boyd. It wouldn't have taken him all those seasons to open up. Dang, there was people having sex I didn't even notice that.
Where are they at? Let me go rewind it.
They're in I didn't see that. Shut up. I didn't see that.
Now look at this piece of shit.
I'm just
Look at
realizing this part now, actually.
Look at this piece of shit. This is.
I'm gonna make a comment after this moment, but yeah.
Now remember, a couple episodes, I think it was 2 episodes back,
say.
Victor started digging graves. He said for what was to come. You had 96 days of peace. No incidents. Early in the episode, Boyd said, I feel like things are starting to rev up.
My thing is, how did she get these flowers? Because he had left the flowers earlier in the morning and Julie got them, remember?
Yeah, but that wasn't the first time.
Oh, so this is continuous. You're right.
All good things in the next episode, ladies and gentlemen. And we are done with episode 6. We got some questions. We got some things we got to speak about. We got some things we got to speak about. Jim comes home to chaos. What's up with this bracelet, man?
This is the bracelet that he lost, We can't touch on it too much.
Okay, fair.
Because, we know the symbolism of the bracelet, but like, how did they find this bracelet in Fromville? How did it get put in here? She said he lost it when they were in the real world, but somehow it's still here in Fromville. So, how did it get there?
The wires. Wires with no electricity. What's going on?
That one's still interesting to me because it's just like, how are they operating in this town? I'm still like, that's why I'm still confused. The magic or whatever the aspect of this town is, even with the stuff we already know, like that's one thing I don't understand is the energy. Like, how is their energy
powering up all this stuff?
Because even in later episodes, it's like they completely forget that was something that they were taking care of. Like, where does this power come from? Like, they completely give up, at one point, even looking for this energy or where it came from. They're just like, oh, we got lights.
Got you. That definitely makes sense.
That I'm confused about still. I get giving up, but like at the same time, like, we shouldn't have given up on that. I hope they touch back on that also. At some point, the electricity gets touched back on because there's no wires in there.
They do touch back up on it.
I don't even know how those things are staying within. Do they? I don't remember them talking about it.
Your wife shouldn't be digging that hole, Jim.
Well, I know that, but that doesn't really answer where the power's coming from.
Oh, you want a specific answer to the electricity. Where's the Con Ed coming from? Where's
because even when they go in the tunnels, it's like every time they go in the tunnels, they completely forget what they're going down there for. And they get fucked up by something they see. And it's like, no, let's focus on what we're doing down here. Like, Victor's the only one that's able to focus in the tunnels, I noticed. Everyone else, when they get down there, it's like their mind goes like crazy. Like, what is going on in these tunnels? We need to keep going. And Victor's like, nah, I've been here. Let's move around. We gotta get, we gotta get what we came.
Would you be willing to go in the tunnels?
Or we gotta get out of here.
Would you be willing to go in the tunnels?
Yeah. I don't like small spaces, but I'll go in a cave, I've been in a cave. There's like a cave over here in New Braunfels kind of thing. where they have like crystals and stuff.
No,
Yeah.
man. We're not doing caves.
No, I'm not Batman. I'm not scared of the caves. I'll go in a cave. I'm not worried.
Such a thing of beauty.
A beaut. I can't bring all my bottles on the screen, guys. They're too heavy. Because I got 4.
Now, we did talk earlier about some things. I said last week there was something I was going to start. I did have a hectic week. I had to travel for work. That was a little bit more exhausting than I thought. However, the work is being done, and it will be dropping this week. So I know right now it'll be the first episode of the Versus series, right? And you'll see it'll look like this, right? You'll have The Walking Dead versus From. Okay, that's how that's gonna go. It'll be a comparative analysis. It's almost like the two sides are looking at each other, right? After that, we will get one-on-ones. This will be a comparative group thing, okay? What's going to also happen is you as the viewer are going to vote. When you see these polls pop up on social media under Hall Preezy, you will vote. So I'll do a comparative analysis, but the winner will be determined by you. So just to check some of the matchups, you have From, a generalized location versus location. Okay, that's what From versus Walking Dead. I'll do the initial group of From, the initial group of Walking Dead, and that'll be up. One of the next ones, I'm not going to say that the order is dropping, but you got this one. This is hitter. Lori Grimes, this is the wife of the main character versus the wife of the main character. Okay, pros and cons for each will be done. It'll be comparative. But remember, it's also switching them. Can this person survive based on what they've done in their own world in the other person's world? So it ain't just straight up of From versus that. It's about switching their narrative. If the people in From going to The Walking Dead, if the people in The Walking Dead going to From, can they handle it? Right? Now we got the sons of the main character. You know what I'm saying? Carl Grimes, Ellis Stevens. You know what I'm saying? That's another big heavyweight matchup. Now, one thing we gotta talk about. Walking Dead has multiple seasons and spinoff. They have 13 seasons before spinoffs, so there's a lot of information to pull. Some of these will be only going up to a certain season, and I will announce that in the comparative analysis videos.
So it matches up with enough information about Ellis.
Yeah, because it's not fair for someone with 13 seasons and over 10 videos in each season.
Right? To go get to 3.
That's crazy. Yo, now you got to do. I know we talked about the main character, but now we get away from the main character. Let's talk about some of these badass women.
Yes,
Carol versus Donna. Holy shit! Right? And remember, Donna's 3 seasons in. Where was Carol when she was 3 seasons in? Okay, because Carol got a whole spinoff now. She a badass now, but where was she at 3 seasons in? And can you compare her to Donna and swap their worlds? Right? Let's go back to that main character thing. The right-hand man's. Kenny Lou taking on Shane Walsh. Right? They're both the deputies. They both have a background, dealing with the sheriff. And very different dynamics here. Very different. But if you put Kenny in From in The Walking Dead, and Shane goes to From, how do they measure up? And in the heavyweight matchup, this ain't gonna be no time. This won't be one of the last ones. You already know. This is the heavyweight matchup that everybody would want to see. We got Rick Grimes of The Walking Dead taking on Boyd Stevens from Sheriff versus Sheriff. Remember, Boyd ain't a real sheriff. Boyd got 30 years in the Army. Remember, he told you Abby was the Marine. She was the badass. So we got a man with 30 years of experience in the Army taking on Rick Grimes, the man who was the sheriff just outside of Atlanta. So big things coming. Those will start dropping this week. The first one will be this one again. It'll be a general synopsis. The original From team versus the original Walking Dead comparative analysis, and then switching them, right? If From were to
I'm
go
gonna
to
learn
Walking
about The
Dead,
Walking Dead from you, friend. Just so you know, you're gonna be my entrance into the Walking Dead world with
Walking
this
Dead and
series.
From are two of the best shows I've watched. I love horror. I love these shows. I always put myself in the main character position, and I love them both. So I had to do this. This had to be one of the first ones I did, and it's almost like there's enough talent on both shows that it could
Mhm.
be. This could be its own series, and that's going to be that. But it's
Is there
From
a Dale
versus.
in this show? Like our
There's
Dale?
two
I know
Dales. There's a
our
Dale on
Dale
each
doesn't
one.
have a big,
There's a Dale on each one, and that
too
might be
much going
one.
on in our show.
There's also two fathers on each one, and that is one. I didn't do the
Two
graphic
priests?
for that one,
Okay.
but that is definitely going to be one. Father Kotchery, father versus father, right? So that's going to be very interesting to see how that plays out. So, but again, the one I'm looking forward to, there's two big ones. I mean, man, I think people sleep on this one. People sleep on this one.
I've been hearing. I think ever since he started talking about this, like you know how phones be listening to conversations.
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been having a lot of like people talk about Walking Dead on my feed, and I don't even watch Walking Dead. I never like any of the stuff that pops up either. But there's been a lot of
Phones be
Walking Dead
listening.
like stuff showing up, but it's mostly they're talking about like I guess what is it? The main character's wives or something, or not wives, but there's the black lady and then there's Lori. People keep talking about them too, like who was the better wife, I think was one of the questions. So I don't know, but I'm just reading along with them like, okay, let me learn a little bit of something from these people. But
yeah, this
haven't
is
learned
a
much.
badass matchup right here. This I've already done some comparative
I
analysis.
love their last names too.
Yo, a lot of people don't know their last names. I had to do some research just to get them. Most people refer to her as Carol. Most people
Really?
refer to her as Donna.
They never
So
say their last names?
It's hard. Even Shane Walsh, people that's always refer to him as Shane. But this one right here, I'm saving this one because this one's got some spice to it.
Does Rick have any like I don't want you to put too much out there, but does Rick have any like ailments like Boyd does with his Parkinson's? Does he have like any physical damage
No,
or
he does
things
not
like
have
that?
a physical handicap. However, I mean that may need to get factored in. That may need to get factored in. But we will be doing
a tale of two Dales. I like that. You're gonna have to call that one that. A tale of two Dales.
Oh, absolutely.
Well, even the fathers, you have to come up. You should probably do those two together, like the Dales.
No, I am. I just didn't do a graphic for them, but the two priests.
You're grouping them together. Okay.
Yeah, they're definitely going together because they play the same role on each show, but they're vastly different. Vastly different. So,
is there a family on The Walking Dead that's also like the Matthews family?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Oh, sorry if you can hear my daughter yelling.
Yeah. Even the Grimes family. The Grimes family and the Stevens family. That is another, when I do the tag team match of this, it will be that. Because Rick Grimes has a son. He has a wife. He ends up having another daughter. Right? Boom. You have Boyd Stevens.
That's what I knew about this. I didn't know he had, like I said, I don't really know much, or I haven't really, but I did know that he had like other kids. That's why I was always confused, like where the little boy with the hat. I knew he had a little boy with the hat, but I didn't know he grew up like to be an older little boy. Yeah, him. I didn't know Carl grew up. See, like I said, I don't remember. Like I watched like maybe an episode, but I never like really went back to it. So I only know like random little things. So I had known he had more kids, but I didn't know how he had these other kids. Because I was like, when did he get a wife? I didn't even know he had a first wife. I only know he had a second wife.
Yeah, she died on childbirth.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The son had to actually kill her so she don't come back. Yeah, so she
Carl
gave
had to
birth
kill her?
to their daughter and died, and then the son had to kill her. The dad was out there doing God's work, and they had to tell him later, and he just fell apart because he was like, "Where's my wife?" You know what I'm saying? And it was like, and then they had to even tell him like, "Your son had to put her down."
That's insane.
Yeah. The dynamics of these two shows. Wait till you see this first episode drop. You're gonna be hooked. I promise you. I'm telling you. And these are another opportunities to get these bottles. It's a comparative analysis show, and then I'm gonna switch show versus show. So yeah, it's cool to have. You know what I'm saying? You look at Abby on this show and what she went through, and you look at Lori on this show. But imagine waking up and Lori is now in front. Based on what she did in Walking Dead, do you feel that she could last? Who could last longer in each show if they switched, and why? Why do you
How
think?
many seasons? Was Lori on there for a good amount of seasons, or was
She was
it
on there
just
for
like
like the first
what?
2, if not 3. I want to say 2.
Okay, so she
That's
has
really good.
like you can compare them. Okay.
Yeah, that's why I want to do early comparative analysis, because I don't want to be like, oh, Carol's been on there for 13 seasons and we're gonna use all her 13 seasons. But no, Donna is going to season 4.
Yeah, because I'm trying to imagine. Because I know a lot of what we know about most of the characters is we learn through the other characters. Just because when you're not a main character, you know,
Right.
you don't get a very good story. You don't get the time to tell your story. You got to get killed. You don't have time to last.
But do you have any last minute? You want me to go put that videos back up? Them pictures on. I can put them pictures back up too.
Oh yeah, for the people that weren't here in the beginning.
If you weren't here in the beginning, Harold Perrineau, that's our very own D Dora, not the Explorer, on Harold Perrineau's page.
You know, we're like kind of officially besties, you know, kind of.
That's fire. That is fire. Insane.
I feel like you were able to get more out with them, which is what I'm jealous of. This time they just weren't ready for the
Yeah, I
amount
had
of
a
people
little.
that
I had my little run, but this last year, this old.
This
y'all.
he ended our year last year with meeting them, and I began.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to get
them
posted.
yet
This
again.
is them, and then Harold said, "Nah, I'm putting her on my page," because again, from Ali, you know, and I'm happy he recognized that people, we're not just in the city, we're coming to see you, and for that, the effort should be rewarded, and he did it, and he definitely put you on the page, give you 24 hours of shine right there on top of whatever we can do. So that's an awesome feeling. And I'm very happy for you to get to meet him, because I know that was what you wanted to do.
It was a dream since you met him. I was like, no, I'm gonna meet him too. I gotta speak it in.
You definitely told me that.
I had to speak it for me too.
Yeah, absolutely. So. Absolutely. And you got bottles signed. So you have your own for life. It's good. But now we got to give one away.
I don't know if I'll ever drink it. You know, maybe if the end of the world comes before, you know, I'm not lasting if the zombie apocalypse
comes. I'm by you by the end of the world.
You
know, we got to put on that song. Que sera. You know, it.
Whatever will be.
That is. Absolutely.
And also, I do have the pictures, like I said, on my Instagram. If you want to visit my Instagram, DTheMachine24. I have the picture of me and Harold and Morris, and then a picture of the bottles also. And the signature is, I write bad, so I don't have a very nice signature, if I'm being honest.
But you got anything else for him? Anything we need to look out for going into episode 7?
I will be 2 years sober on Wednesday, everybody. I guess that's my only announcement. I'll be 2 years sober on Friday.
Yes.
Oh no, on Wednesday, the 15th. Jerry's gonna take some shots for me on that day because I don't drink. Jerry will have to take shots for me.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
Absolutely. And maybe we'll drop this on Wednesday. This will be the episode 1. It'll be a synopsis. the
Yeah,
original
and
characters
you
are
can.
from, the original
Mhm.
characters of The Walking Dead. And it almost feels like these two are looking at each other like, who are these guys walking up? You know, you can almost not even see that. I had to like fuzzy out their faces just to make them all fit. You know, it's so crazy,
But yeah,
but
no, I think
if
other than that, I think
that's
season
it,
7. Oh, it might be a little loud in my house, but we definitely will do season 7. Next Sunday is my daughter's birthday, so she'll be having her
happy
friends over.
birthday.
Yes, January is always so busy for me. Like, I don't understand why God does this. January and October, because my other daughter's birthday is in October. So I'm always
Okay.
doing stuff those 2 months.
All right. Well, yeah, let's get it in. Let's get it in. But until next time, remember Sunday at 9. The next episode is called All Good Things, Season 1, Episode 7. We'll be back at 9 o'clock next Sunday. We'll also be back, I think this week, we actually will be dropping that first episode of From versus The Walking Dead. Boom, we already see it. The thumbnail is already made. The research is already done. It's just being filmed out and all that stuff. But any last save rounds?
No, I can't wait for episode 7. Because
Awesome.
that one's
I'm the
actually,
same.
if I remember what it is about, it's going to be a goodie. A lot of Tabitha, a lot of Sarah, a lot of Father Cautry, Jim. It's going to be goodie. It's going to be a goodie.
Awesome. Well, I ain't got nothing else. And on that note, you know, until next time, next week, we'll see you then.